Egg with or without shell?
Hello there.
What? Wrong screen. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in, Raging Robots. Happy first. How you doing? Boss Yapper. How you doing? Good to see you. Crispy Bacon. Good to see you. I see your question. Dr. Finis, Clockwork Crow. Good to see you. Bet you're wondering how I knew that. Dr. Phineas. Good to see you. Kidotech. Good to see you. Welcome in. Player 2 Games 1. I might need glasses. Jeez. No Face. Good to see you. How you guys doing? Hello there. Okay, I was right. When No Face came in, I was like, wait, was No Face managing my activity feed? Or my request feed? How you guys doing? Welcome in. Happy stream day. Happy Thursday. Happy almost done with the freaking weekday. Try not to swear. It's not Friday. What are we doing for our 5-year anniversary? When is the 5-year anniversary? How do I tell? Is there like a... I almost said cake day because I'm a dirty Redditor. I'm not. I don't... I read Reddit for news aggregation, but I unsubscribed to everything else. Anyway... Wuku, welcome. Thank you for the follow. What are we doing, Crack? I don't know. When did I start? What is my start date? I'll figure it out later. I have been streaming for 5 years, guys. Thank you for reminding me, No Face. Glad to see you're still going. I am still going. Honestly, I'm very tempted to just say, do you guys want to do a reaction today? Because, I'm trying to get back into it. There's a bunch of reasons why. I'm not even going to talk about it in the next video, but, I am on the cusp of returning. I have the energy. I have the stuff set up. And I just need to, record. Reaction. More LJO? Yeah. Yeah. There's yeah. But I've been streaming the whole time. But welcome in, Wuku. Thanks for dropping in. We have fun here. Today I'm streaming Satisfactory, so if you're interested in that, we can play that. I don't know. Katig, welcome. And that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say thank you for the Prime sub. I always appreciate Prime. Not that I appreciate it less if you spend your actual money. But Prime subs can go to anyone. And so I am honored that you chose me. I see your question, Crispy Bacon. I suppose I should do it or else I'll forget it. LGO made a new Hydroneer video. Yes, I saw that. It's too early for me to react because one of the things that I wanted to do before I came back to reacting was make a video explaining how I try to make ethical and worthwhile reactions. But I would want to do it without being like, oh, let's push everybody that just, eats dinner while reacting. I don't care about commenting on them. So I'm like, how do I do this in a way, I want it to be kind of a template so when people react, they think about these things. I don't need to make that video before I react to anything else. I put all these rules in front of oh, well, I can't do a reaction until I make that other video because then I'll never make it. And it's just shut up and have fun, dude. So I'm getting there. Okay, Crispy Bacon. Egg with or without shell? It depends. What's the timeline on this? Are we talking about the context of eggs being produced? Because I definitely want the shells if they're popping out of the chicken. That would be kind of horrific to have chickens being popping eggs without shells. And then they immediately burst and then it's just a eggeria. Or is it eating eggs with or without shells? I was thinking consumption-wise. Okay, definitely not with shells. No shells. You can blend them up if you want an excess of calcium. But I don't think it's bioavailable. Is egg shell calcium bioavailable? Egg shell calcium bioavailable. I have no idea. Eggshells are good for farming. Yeah, they're good for what's it called? When you throw seeds down, fertilization. There we go. Oh, eggshell has a bioavailability of 39%. About. Wow. Okay. I mean, as long as you don't swallow pieces that could hurt your esophagus and your stomach lining, why not? Grind that up, put it in a frickin' fruit smoothie or something. I don't know. I see people fielding their dog eggshells. I don't know if that's good for them or not. I imagine it's fine, but I don't know about dogs. Who knows? Snakes swallow them whole. That's true. That's true. But they also have different digestive systems than humans. Eggshells are also good for pest control. Are they? Really? I'm good for pest control. Bacon, it takes one to know. I'm joking. Throw it in an anthill and that thing is gone. You know, I was thinking of... I have a confession to make. When I was a kid, like 8 years old, and we went out to recess, there were anthills on the edge of the field. And I would find spiders and other, like, crane flies and other things, and I would feed them to the anthills. Now, is that a problem? Probably not. It just is, like, a little bit torturous. But I wanted to see the ant armies come out, because I was thinking, like, I was watching a lot of World War II stuff, and I was like... Wow, what if, look at all the ants, they're coming out like a freaking army and they're taking them on, and it's like they're so small and the spiders are so big, and like, I was very curious, but I definitely would not recommend that. WTF, I'm sorry, No Face, I'm sorry. Now that you know who I am, will you forgive me? Ground up eggshells are basically like glass for many pests. Oh. We never saw the signs, looking ass. I mean, I did not hurt any animals beyond that. I have a confession to make. I don't know. I don't remember how that song goes. Maybe curious, but definitely not empathetic. Yeah. I got that, like, literally the next year, though. Like, I have several mental milestones that I can remember in which I felt terrible for people. Actually, you know what? I don't know about empathetic, because they're insects. Like, I felt like we had rabbits growing up. I don't think we had any gerbils or anything, but we would go out into, because I grew up in the woods. We would go out and find like little baby like bunnies. I think they might have been hares, but I don't know. We would find them like right around spring. Like spring break and stuff, like me and my siblings would go out and we'd like catch the little bunnies and we'd like keep them and we'd like pet them and everything, and then we'd let them go. You know what? I'm just defending myself against no-face sarcasm, so I'm going to stop. Only cute things are worthy of love. Got it. Now I see who you really are. Okay, we are talking about 8-year-old me, okay? Gonna make some hamburger helper later. Nice. I don't remember what hamburger helper tastes like, because my dad was a cook, and he would never make it for us, but I went to friends' houses, and I only remember that I liked it. I think he was a bit snooty towards it, but is it... What is it... What does it taste like? You've made me curious. I'm sorry. This is weird. We don't have to focus on it. It's still really good? Okay, cool. I remember I had a shed where some bunnies could live under in the winter. Yeah, we have so we got our house, our like yard. Our yard's not like, I'm not gonna say. We have enough like foliage and flora. We have enough like plants and stuff for like small animals to feel at home. So we got it wildlife habitat certified, because we have like native plants and all that kind of shit. But every year a litter of bunnies are born like down the street, and they all like come to our house, and we can like my partner is like glued to the window sometimes, because they're like just sitting there and eating. Like this year we put wild grass in our front yard instead of like lawn grass, and we're just like glued to the front window watching the little bunnies come to the wild grass because it's tasty. David Grohl. Oh, that's right. It was the Foo Fighters. David Grohl apparently has too many confessions to make out in the world, yeah. My aunt, who keeps chickens, routinely toss them the cracked broken eggs because the calcium helps with their egg laying. That makes sense. I've heard of that. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. So my brain is not tired right now, which is nice. It's like I actually last Friday after stream I didn't go to bed. Like I just didn't go to bed. I like tried. I finished a book until like 2:30, and then I tried to fall asleep and I couldn't. After like an hour, I gave up and I got on my phone or like moved into a different room. And then after an hour, I went back and tried to sleep again. And then I couldn't. And I just kept on doing this until like 8 a.m. And I like slept like for like an hour. So it was like a nap. And then ever since then, like I couldn't get to bed before 4 a.m. Like it was just the worst. Like even like Monday and Tuesday. Finally, on Wednesday, I was able to I slept like a freaking vampire. Does that make sense? Vampires sleep in coffins, right? So they're like so asleep they're dead. I don't know. Maybe my brain is foggy and I just don't feel it. Maybe that's fine. But I'm feeling better. That's all I'm trying to say. How are you? Every time I'm like, no, we're all good here. How are you? That's a Star Wars quote. If you don't know. I am old. So that's what I think of. It's just, I always like quote that and it's so out of context nobody gets it. And that's okay. To defend Kraken, I've probably definitely stomped things to death. Oh yeah, like I know I'm not a problem because I love and cherish life. And I also have seen certain people in, growing up in school who definitely had some stuff going on and even one got expelled for doing a certain thing to an animal, like a wild animal, and it was not something I ever want to see again. And I'm not like that. I think this is a rambling stream. I think I'm gonna be rambling a lot because I'd say I can feel it, but it's obvious. I made some crab rangoon burritos last night, and oh my goodness, it was a character-defining moment. That sounds delicious. What did you put in them? I was so worked up over my crappy lawyer, I also didn't go to bed. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not because you need a lawyer. Good luck, Crispy Bacon, with whatever you're going through. Hopefully you can get a not crappy lawyer. I love Kraken rambling streams. What I don't love is... Oh, no, that's not reality. Okay. I thought this was the edge of my reality screen. But it's actually in the picture, so I'm good. Oh, right. Because you were being defended and guilty as sock. Yes, I forgot. Guilty as sock was a little bit challenging at times because we had a little bit less structure than we needed. But we talked among the group, and we're gonna try it again. Not this week though. So tomorrow's stream, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I might stream, I might not. The crew will not be playing any games tomorrow. So if I do stream, I'll probably either do Satisfactory or maybe we'll do Gambling with Friends with my mods. Or something. I don't know. I was attacked by a dog when I was young and it was me or the dog. I'm not reading that. You have a ton of scars from the mauling. Damn. Dude, Raging Robots, what is with you and the mortal injury counter? Like, stop. Get some help. Anyway, we're playing Satisfactory today. I am in Blueprint Hell. Blueprint Hell indeed. One second. I have some conversations going on that I need to keep going. If we're talking about new things going on, I got my deck replaced on my house while it was under construction. A limb came down and destroyed our shed. Thankfully, homeowners insurance is covering it. That's unfortunate. A limb came down. Were they removing it on purpose? That does suck. Homeowners insurance is good. Yeah, man, I freaking hate insurance, guys, but like when you need it and you have it, it is nice. Ideally, you don't have to like fight to get, you know. I've only used insurance a couple times, and this is boring adult shit, but I got hit by a teenager who had just learned to drive and was able to drive for the first time on his own, and then he pulled out. Like, I was driving on this road, right? Or this road. And he was coming in this road. And there was a car turning into his road, and I was behind the car that was turning. And he tried pulling out while the car was turning, but he took way too long. And so by the time, I didn't stop because I was far enough behind the car that I didn't have to stop. So, but as soon as the car like moved back, I still had I was still going because I'm in the road and I'm going, but he was like super late with everything that he just ran out and hit my wheel well. So I was like, stop! What the hell are you doing? Like to me it looked like he just pulled out and hit me in the corner of my car. And I was like, what the hell? My insurance took care of it like fast. Like they paid me to have it fixed like immediately after I got the quote and everything. But I have heard some horror stories about insurance. Yeah. Storms over the night knocked it down from the neighbor's tree. Yeah, that was like one of my fears growing up because I lived, like I said, in the woods. And so there were super tall trees, my favorite kind of trees, like old trees with lots of rings. But you could see them during storms, like literally moving like 15 to 20 feet, which is like 4 to 10 meters, which is okay. Not 4 to 10 meters is 4 to 6 meters, and like the tops of the trees would move like 4 to 6 meters, and it was crazy. Like all of the trees around us, every single one of them always looked like it was gonna just fall over on our house, and that was scary. But it also excited me because I was, I could have been an adrenaline junkie, guys. I could have been a skyscraper, skydiver. That's the word. Like, scary things excited me. I was into it. Insurance is great when it works. I agree, Sergeant Salamander. Welcome in, by the way. I can send you the actual video, Kraken, for the recipe, or you could just copy it. It's basically the same. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, the Rangoon burrito. Yeah, basically you get some tortillas in a bowl. You put some cream cheese, crab, onions, a little garlic powder, a little onion, pinch of sugar, soy sauce. Mix that up and spread it on tortillas. You air fry it for... I don't have an air fryer. I need to get an air fryer. Let me write something down. I need to I have some home renovation to do before I can get an air fryer because we don't have enough frickin' counter space. Where's my damn pen? So I have to knock one of the cabinets out and then replace it with a mount point for the frickin' thing. One sec. I have to do this or I'll forget because I've forgotten literally for the past 6 months. Past this 6 months. Where's my pen? Air fryer.
Find the Mercer sphere after you load in.
Quick challenge. Find a Mercer sphere. Okay, I can do that. Or an oven air fryer option. So an oven. So the thing about air fryers is that they are just convection ovens. And the reason why air fryers are so novel and awesome is because they're convection ovens with small volume. And so convection ovens are fine, but you still have to wait for it to heat up, and it's got all the problems of a regular oven. So if you're using an air fryer, it's because you don't want to use an oven. So if I'm going to get an air fryer that isn't a counter one, I want to get like a microwave. And our microwave is pretty old. It's like 15 years old now, 20 years old, which is fine. But if we get rid of the microwave, then we get the counter space for the microwave. And then if I get a microwave with an air fryer, because those do exist, it's going to be a little expensive. So like we've been planning for it for a while. But yeah, you can you get the volume savings or the volume benefit, like the small volume to heat it up fast, and then you get the air fryer. So you just literally put it in and it's like an oven. Like you can make cookies. You can make like roasted chicken. You make roasted tomato, like potato. You can do all the air fryer things. It's really awesome. But that means I have to mount a microwave. And we don't have a place to mount the microwave quite yet. So I have to go tear out a range hood, find a microwave with the freaking range hood attachment on the back, and fucking raise a beam, and then like tear out a bunch of tiling. I got a bunch of stuff to do for that, but I need to do it. I want an air fryer. Air fryers are so good for stuff like pork and chicken. Yeah. A channel, Sorted Food, did a video where they compared a bunch of air fryers and some were really small. Yeah. May I shoot an idea for a point redemption? Yes, you can. There is a channel point redemption for make a suggestion, like a channel suggestion. I think it's a channel suggestion. It might be a channel point suggestion. Kraken, can I suggest a microwave air fryer hybrid that I use? Give me a sec to go in the brand and model. Yeah, throw it in the Discord. I found one already, but like I said, it's been like 6 months or a year. I don't even know if I have that link anymore. I don't know if it's on sale anymore. I don't know if it's like I kind of let it drift into oblivion. So I have to go find a new one or try and find the old one. Air fryers are nice because they're so much more energy efficient than a full-size oven, and they don't heat up your house nearly as much. Exactly. Yeah, the whole thing about an air fryer is that it's small, and that's why it's super cool, because you get all the benefits of an oven, a convection oven at that, which convection ovens are awesome. Convection ovens, because I'm rambling, because I don't need another reason. Convection ovens are just ovens with fans in them, which sounds crazy simple and stupid, but it makes a huge difference because the fan blows air uniformly around the food that you're cooking. Like a major problem in roasting stuff in the oven is like the bottoms will be undercooked and the tops will be overcooked, which depends on what you're cooking, but like convection oven just uniformly, like the energy transfer at any point in the surface of the food is uniform.
You can't say a certain word for like 5 minutes or lower. Make it 350, and if you fail you do 10 squats. Due to them being 150, that would be 300 points with a technical 50 going to the actual word redemption.
I am looking to bring back the workout redemptions soon. Click Clack and I have been working out every 4 times a week for like the last 2 months now, and I am feeling like pretty good about doing the workout stuff again. Sure. I'll look into it. How about that? This one, since it's like a Twitch admin kind of thing, I may or may not do it, but I will take it into official consideration. Would you mind... Mods, would you mind sending that suggestion to me in the mod chat? I needed a yap stream to get my mind clear, to be honest. Good. Glad to help. I just put in vacation time, so I've got short timer syndrome. So I'm kind of, maybe that's why I'm energized. I don't know. I'm going on a road trip, and I'm thinking I might bring you guys along for at least a couple parts. I don't want anybody following me, so I'm not going to be doing like a road trip stream. Plus, I don't have enough time to set up all like the safety chat interaction stuff. But yeah, I actually got the time off, so it's actually happening. I've talked about road trips before, but I'm finally going on one. Those workout redemptions have about an inch of dust built up on them. Maybe. Why do you drive me to drink Monster? Which channel do I drop it in? I don't know. Random or general? General's fine. I mean, I also don't mind you pinging me. Just don't abuse that privilege. Like, I know it's like illegal in some Discords, but like, I don't mind you guys pinging me if you just want me to see something or want to tell me something. Just understand that I may not like look at it immediately, and if you do it too much, then you might have that privilege taken away. But in general, I don't mind pings. Road, 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 when I'm on the road. I know that song. I tend not to ping owners or staff unless absolutely necessary. There are a lot of channels that really crack down on that. Like, they'll be jerks about it. Like, I've had that happen. And I'm like, I'm following the rules. Like, I'm sorry you don't like that I'm following the rules. Which is not what they're mad at, but, you know. They're like, they remind me of Reddit mods. I dropped the deck and the shed photos into the art photography channel. Sounds good. I think we need to revamp the channels, I think. So if you guys have suggestions about channels or channels you'd like to see or something, just let me or the @TwitchMod group know. The general rule about pings is don't make us make a specific rules about pings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be the reason we make a rule. It's from SpongeBob. That's not the, oh wait, there's a bunch of episodes that could be from. I need to rewatch SpongeBob. Sorry for being no, Kid Attack? Okay, let me just respond to that. You do not, like, don't, like, if that's sarcasm, great. You guys don't have to apologize for being active in the Discord. I freaking love it, guys. Like, that's like part of the reason I stream is like to, and this sounds so like cliche, like, oh, build a community. I'm so proud of this community. No, like, I just want people to have fun, right? And part of having fun is like talking to people and having a safe place where people don't bully you, or people are interested in the things you're interested, or like are allowing of your interests and sharing, you know? So like I saw you guys playing Satisfactory in Discord in the lounge channel. I was like, I might join that. There was a couple times that I thought that and just play Satisfactory next to you guys. Cuz that's like one of my love languages, playing video games next to people while they play video games. But no, the quality time, not lovely, quality time things. But I had stuff to do with when I noticed it, but yeah. Is he telling us off for using the chat again? No, I'm not! I'm saying I'm like it! We've been active in that for real. Yeah. It's awesome. Thank you, Sergeant Salamander. Also, mods, I'm gonna keep this channel suggestion, the channel redemption suggestion, in requests for now until I actually make a decision or like actually do it. You should hop on and play Straftat with us. I've been meaning to. Every time you guys want to play, I'm working. Like, I would love to not work and just play Straftat, but like, I had to go to a big ass leadership meeting today, and I was like, I had the simultaneous, I feel responsible. It was a thing. Don't spearfish me, by the way. If you're like, hear me say leadership, don't be writing that down on your fucking notes. I ain't telling you anymore. Anyway. That wasn't directed to anybody. Yeah, I was directed to the bots. We were reacting to your React to Let's Game It Out the other day. Really? That's awesome. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna react today. Fuck it. I know it's not Friday, but I'm doing it. I've been sitting on it for like 2 weeks. I've had this tab open. Screenshot of both? Okay. Thank you, Chris Quartz. We're doing this today. I haven't lost a tab? Oh, no. No. I've actually got not that many tabs on this machine because this machine, as you guys may or may not know, I had to wipe my PC for the first time in literally 17 years. Like, I installed it in 2009 with Windows 7, and then I upgraded it every release, and then I just kept on having it. And every time, like, that installation of Windows was the reason I would scoff at people that just say to reinstall Windows whenever you have a problem. No, actually figure out root cause. Like, that's probably what helped me get good at my job. But, like, you can solve that. There are solutions to your problems. You just have to put some oil grease into it. And then it turned out that Battlefield anti-cheat, the kernel level anti-cheat, ruined it. It nuked my file system, and I tried to rebuild the GPT tables, and it didn't work. So I had to reinstall. So that's a ramble. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Was it GPT or was it MBR? It was GPT because I had I converted it from MBR to GPT. Sorry, this is like extreme nerddom and super in the weeds. I converted my MBR boot partition. Thank you, Salamander. I'll never go. I converted in like 2018, I think, when I finally got a terabyte drive for my, like, a terabyte SSD for my OS drive, my operating system drive. I converted my MBR partition to a GPT partition because over a terabyte or whatever, MBR doesn't like. And so I converted it and everything went well. I forget which Linux tool I used. Like, I booted up off a flash drive. I modified the GPT tables, or the MBR tables, converted it to GPT, did the whole conversion. Everything was successful. Gparted, yes, it was Gparted. And then everything went well. And then Windows worked. And Windows worked forever. From 2018 to 2020, technically end of 2025. It was like December. And I was trying to use, there was a couple things I had to do. I tried to rebuild the tables manually. Didn't work. I tried recovering the GPT tables, and then I tried reconverting a backup copy of the MBR partition. It didn't work. None of it worked. And I am not a file system engineer. Like, I don't know that much. So yeah, good luck for a bit. Okay, sounds good, Sergeant Salamander. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the alert. I have reaction suggestions. Oh, okay. Well, the one I am gonna do is the Satisfactory one. But go ahead and give me your suggestion and put it in Discord if you can. That's probably preferred. I think there's a thread for reaction suggestions. I think Kidotech made that. Maybe not. Hold on, let me mute this Discord conversation because it's really busy. You don't think you made the thread? Okay, it was somebody else then. I'm not going to look at it. Yeah. You can either find it or just mention me. That's fine. Chat GPT tables. I knew somebody was going to say. I did not expect it to be you, Chris Quartz. G-parted my goat. Yeah. Musa? I guess I knew that about you. I guess it makes sense you would G-part from time to time. Hope I can do virality. I'm running the game at like 720, so I definitely need a GUID. A guide dog. A GUID dog is something very different. Yeah, virality. There's an online furry convention. And Click Clack and his friends use it as a chance to like hang out in a special occasion and drink and play games. So I'm actually joining them this time. He keeps on threatening to kidnap me and take me to a real furry convention, but I'm not there yet. I mean, Ethan Nestor went to a furry convention. Odd Ones Out goes to furry conventions. I'm not there yet. Construction Satisfactory. I've heard of Construction before. I don't remember seeing their videos though. I think somebody linked me a video and I forgot to watch it. You say that like you just found out I'm an addict. I mean, it's kind of true. People that can dig under the hood to solve their own problems with computers can sometimes get addicted to it, and then it also like opens you up to a new world of technical capability, and that brings with it all kinds of ramifications. So I mean, it kind of was looking at you like that. It was you. Well, thank you for bringing it up again. I'm not afraid, but I still hang with everyone. Crispy, we're brothers. I like the vid. Okay. I like this song. Okay, really quick, before I do this YouTube reaction, I'm going to go back to my videos because I don't remember how I do intros. So I want to make, because there's a couple things I hit when I do reactions. What the heck is going on back there? Well, there's a seam and I don't like it. There's a couple things I do. One is like to call out, hey, if you haven't seen this video, stop, go watch this video. I know that, but I don't remember everything else. I'm a what, Musa? A synth furry? Technically, there's a furry community for that. I don't remember what they're called though. Click, clack, and no. Okay, I screwed up on the reaction playlist. No, I didn't. Did I? Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Krakenfall, and today we are reacting to another Let's Game It Out Satisfactory video. I made the game unplayable with this gravity-destroying tractor ball pit. I'm here. I have a cozy sweater on. I've just got back out of being in the rain for several hours. Got a fire going downstairs in the fireplace. So get cozy. Let's get ready to watch this. I have no idea what he's going to do. Okay, so there's not much to that. Have you tried ignoring the seam? Yes, and it doesn't work. There we go. See, you can see it. It's like freaking right there. Okay, I'm going to do a silly, stupid thing and just kind of like write out bullet points of what I want to say in the intro because it's been the first. It's been the first video in a long time. Okay. Hello? Am Kraken. React. Let's LGIO Satisfactory. Hello? I'm not doing Mickey Mouse for the reaction. But I will be Mickey Mouse right in the list. Hello? Am Kraken. React LGIO Satisfactory. I haven't been here. I no be here. What a while. I got super burnt out and discovered mental health. Come watch streams. They be regular. Like bowels. Today watch video 1.0. I liked 1.0. Am playing 1.2 now. Hope you will. Stop. Watch LJO video first. And come back. Or not. Me not boss you. This is less Mickey the Mouse and more like Soviet Union Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse YouTube intro. Nah. Ultimate build tall, not wide. For love of unholy, if you don't start maximizing the screen, I'm a fillet my eyelids. Oh, like the video, the list? Disney would not approve of communist mouse. Disney is communist mouse. Your notes have bossy level grammar. What's bossy level? Hello, M Kraken, me gamer, me streamer, and software developer. Me streamer, software man. 15 years. Oh, Raging Robots. Okay, I understand. Okay, so the reason, and I explained this to several people who made angry comments. They weren't very angry. They were more like cranky comments about not maximizing the screen. So I don't maximize the screen so you can see that it's Let's Game It Out's video. Like, that's the only reason. And that's, well, it's not the only reason. But, like, I want you to see the video. I want you to see Let's Game It Out. It's like another signaling that this is not my video. Oh, that's another thing I want to say. Keep in mind, no full video, so no complain about skip. Tell me if skip good though. Okay. So like yeah, it is like a diminished experience to have it not be full screen, but there was a point to it. So I'm not super I'm not like married to the idea of like having to have the title and channel, especially since like chat is here now. And I wasn't doing that, I wasn't streaming my reactions before. So you could have an overlay. Oh, true. But then I have to make it. That's part of the problem. It's like there's so many steps. There's like 800 decisions to making a video or more because of the way I edit. And that's part of what burned me out. So I like try to make less decisions. So I try to like I try to stage the video as much as I can without having to cut a lot. So if I stop pausing, dude, that's one thing that I used to do when I edited, because when I started making YouTube videos, I hated my voice. I hated the way I talked. Like I didn't really hate it, but I just like, it was so cringe to hear myself say a word and then pause literally for a second and a half before continuing my sentence. Like I would edit out every single little pause that I had, and I would do it a lot. So I would edit out, like just in the intro alone, I would edit out like, I don't know, like 200 or 300 edits, because then I'd have to like figure out how to blend the audio to make it sound natural and then not like there was a cut. And I just made it so hard on myself. So like that's stuff that I'm trying not to do anymore. I'm also like a little bit better at speaking continuously. But man, was that crazy. To make good content, Kraken, you have to use 15% of your brain. Even if Crack didn't have a good reason, I definitely don't think it warrants that strong of a reaction. Yeah, people were pretty cranky. They weren't, I wouldn't say they're mad. And like they just wanted to enjoy themselves. So I don't hold it against anyone. Okay. Now you guys get to see all my No, you don't.
Hey, there's Josh. Welcome back.
What if I did that? Would you be mad at that, Raging Robots? It's full screen, but not. Hire an editor? I'm bad at starting conversations, okay? I need to hire an editor. But I also, like, there's, like, some business shit that I have to like, take care of. You'll do it for free? Okay, I would absolutely pay you. But if you want to get started, like actually Crispy, if you actually want to try, then we should try something. We should try a test, like a test video. Because I have some money to pay, but I don't have money to like hire a full-time editor. Believe it or not, the channel doesn't make that much money. But it is something that I've been wanting to like get better at. Like elevate the channel, get an actual editor so I can start putting out regular content. I can start clipping. Like clips would be super cool to start putting out, because that's like the meta, I guess. And I'm just so slow at it. Liberty Pen, welcome in. React and LGO. Yes, we are. I'm not the best at editing, but I do a few for my friend. I never took a single payment from him. Would take payment from anyone else. Well, Crispy B, you can't edit for me unless you accept my money. All right? Glad I tuned in. Me too. Welcome in, Liberty Pen. I'll just give you shit because that does look better if I'm going to be honest. Okay, well, what about this? If we just have a bar at the end, a bar at the bottom. Crispy, let's not talk about that right now. Okay. No Face, I'm giving you your points back for the Mickey Mouse impression. Because I kind of stuffed you. You went up for the shot and I slammed it back down. Or I spiked it. What is that? What am I doing? Let's get chat and move it up. Is bueno. Good, good, good. Shit! I don't like that. If only for the video. What is going on there? Why is there a seam? Okay, there we go. That did it. Perfect. Okay. Now my now there's a shadow going this way because it's bouncing. Okay, I don't care. I'm not a lighting expert. Let's just frick off. So you have held off from watching this video, right? Yes, I have. I honestly, it was like kind of, I was guilty about it because I like stopped watching Let's Game It Out videos in case I reacted to them. And then I stopped reacting, and then it was, yeah. Okay. Okay. Just gonna jump into it. We're just gonna jump into it. I might fail so bad that I'm just gonna like cancel and then do it another time, but probably not. We'll see. I'm gonna stop recording so I can have a good video file. Start recording. All right. We are gonna play Satisfactory, so don't you worry about that, Boss Yapper. But change the mods. You can do whatever you want. You can change the category if you want. Okay. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Krakenfall and welcome back. I haven't been here in a while. It's been a lot. Today we're going to be reacting to Let's Game It Out. I built a full vertical factory that's 100% a total nightmare. I've been gone for a while because I discovered that I had ADHD because of shit. Yeah. I haven't been around in a while because I discovered mental health and ADHD and anxiety and depression is all great and fun. So I had to slow down a bit and figure that kind of stuff out. I'm still working on it, but I've got a lot more energy. I am not burnt out anymore for the most part. And yeah, so I'm happy to be back. And by the way, if you're watching this, I'm going to be jumping around. I'm going to be stopping. I'm going to be rephrasing things because I just have to do that sometimes. And I know, like, part of the problem is when I'm reacting is like I know what I'm going to find in the edit. And in the edit, I'm going to be like, oh, that sucks. Let's do this. And I'm like, okay, well, it would be easier if I just say it this way. And then I'm like, all that's happening in my head, and I'm trying to think of the next thing to say. And it's bullshit. Anyway. Okay, I already did the mental health thing. If you want to hear my experience, I was hoping to make a video about it, but that hasn't happened yet. Maybe I will. You can come watch my streams because I am streaming pretty regularly. That's Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific, and then on the weekends if I can. Yeah. So today we're reacting to the Satisfactory 1.0 video that Let's Game It Out made. I, as you know, played Satisfactory a ton. and I started a new save for 1.0. If you didn't know, my Giant Man playthrough is done. I sunsetted that save because it was so far behind, and I did finish the Giant Man. So there's a video on in my Satisfactory playlist if you want to go watch that. You can see the official farewell of the big man. But I started a new save, and that's what we're doing in stream right now. I'm playing through. I'm in Blueprint hell right now. Should I say hate you double hockey sticks? I don't know. I don't know how much I can swear. I'll probably swear. If you don't like me swearing, I'm sorry. Swearing is cathartic. Anyway, yeah, so I'm interested to see how Let's Game It Out will interact with 1.0. Yeah, first things first, if you haven't seen this video, stop, get some help, and then come back. Wait, no. Stop. shit. Stop. I'll just restart that. If you haven't watched this video yet, please go and watch that video first. Like, this is a reaction. The whole point of watching this video is to... Stop it. The whole point of watching this video is to see my reaction, my thoughts. I'm a software developer. I've been streaming and video gaming for a long time. Just hit 5 years for streaming, which is nuts. I'm old. Anyway, you're here for that, not for watching a Let's Game It Out video. So please, go watch that video. It's totally worth watching. If you clicked on this video and you haven't seen the original video, chances are you will really enjoy the original. So go watch that first. I rambled. Yeah, and with that comes the fact that I will be editing this video down, so I'm not using the whole video, the whole Let's Game It Out video, like completely. I will be cutting parts out. I'll be cutting things that I'm not talking during. I'll try and keep the narrative of the video kind of intact, but like, you want to watch the whole thing, go watch the video. You know, you can look at the link in the description, or I'll put it in the first comment. I'll pin the comment with a link. So please check it out. And finally, let's just get started. All right. One might say you're a rambling man. You guys dubbed me. Wait, what? Tangent streamer. You guys dubbed me a tangent streamer, and like, I kind of freaking love it. I talk a lot. I talk too much. But that's good. That's fine. That's what we're here for. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's refresh this. Because I want to see the thumbnail. So let's just go back. And then... yes. He's still using tier 3 belts, though. So I have now played 1,300 hours plus. It's probably at 1,400 hours now of Satisfactory. I have played so much. Still haven't beaten it. Because why would you? If you beat it, then you can't play it anymore. Which you can, but I can't play. I can't play open world games after I beat the story. It just, I lose all motivation to play. Anyway. Still using tier 3 belts. Although that actually looks like tier 2 belts. I can't tell. Is this a tier 3 belt or a tier 2 belt? He's in the northern spawn point, the northern forest spawn point, which I like, but I don't think there's as much resources as I prefer. You know? Yeah. I built a fully vertical factory that's 100% total nightmare. That's 100% total nightmare. I have no idea... I always say this. I have no idea how it's going to be a nightmare, but I suppose I can guess. Your rambling gave me enough time to cook up some sesame seeds. Nice. I learned the joys of toasted sesame seeds this year. Well, it was last year. It was great. I love sesame seeds, and sesame oil is delicious. Ramble On is also one of my favorite Zeppelin songs, Liberty Ped. There's good taste. Shenaniganizer. I like that. Bold of you to assume Josh uses higher base materials. That's fair. Would that make your game easier in the end because it's cheaper to produce? Because it takes the same amount of time to place all the belts that you want. You know, actually, now that I think about it, wait, can you still do that? Can you place belts on top of one another? Hang on, I've got Satisfactory running. This is a total tangent. I have a Mark V belt here. And in 1.0 they introduced curve build mode. Oh yeah, you gotta press the control button. And then you can do it, you can make it happen. Okay. How intriguing. So, turns out it's not that hard to make an abomination. Now scale this times 1,000,000, and then we have what we see here in this here thumbnail. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna cut so much of this out, but let's go.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. Yeehaw! It's time for Satisfactory. The game is officially out after many years in early access, which means it's time for us to jump back in and see what new wild stuff we can do. My save game still works, by the way. The same save game I've been using for the last 5 years.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about it, but Coffee Stain Studios got his save. Like, they talked directly, and they used it. Coffee Stain Studios used it to improve the performance of their game, which is awesome. I wish more companies did that. Well, actually, a lot do that. Subnautica 2 just came out. Hell yeah, it's really good. And I think Subnautica, throughout the first one, they accepted like game saves and stuff like that too. So it's just it's a sign of a good developer. I feel like you'd never see that from like Call of Duty or anything like that. They just ban you and then don't say anything. Maximum over spaghetti. This looks so cinematic. Did he use the camera mode for this? Which camera mode is so cool, guys. I freaking love it.
But a lot has changed since the game first started, and nothing is more telling than looking at our unlocks. Like, at some point, this whole menu got...
I know for a fact, even though his save doesn't work, this doesn't work. All of his nuclear facilities don't work because you need so much... Wait. Right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. It's right over here. There's like a yellow line, which is the nuclear like fuel rods. The fuel rods. Did he actually like fix this save and make it like work with the new nuclear power plant requirements? Because I know in like the tier 2, tier 3 update. Sorry, the update 2, update 3 is when he made this save. Oh, roundabouts. I could be wrong. It might be an earlier update, but nuclear had a smaller resource cost. Like you had, you have to belt fuel rods in, and I think the whole production line of fuel rods was a lot cheaper back then. It's very complicated now, and kind of annoying. And I know it. Why does the terrain look so bad? It's probably his level of detail setting, the LOD setting, which, if you don't know, games use... This is too many comments on one pause. But if you don't know, games save on performance by rendering lower poly textures, so like a worse version of the texture that has like less detail, less polygons, so you know it has less surfaces to render, as long as it's at a long distance, because when you're looking out, then if you're looking at something far away, you don't need that much detail because you literally cannot see it. So why render it if you don't have to see it? His LOD is probably set pretty low.
Satisfactory.
Thank you, Crispy Bacon. Oh, explain the entirety of Satisfactory. Well, in order to hear that, you're going to have to come to my streams at 6 p.m. Pacific Thursday and 8 p.m. Pacific Friday. I'm copping out. All the foliage is completely de-rendered because of his distance from it. Yes, exactly. Okay, let's continue.
First started, and nothing is more telling than looking at our unlocks. Like, at some point this whole menu got confused. Some stuff is updated, some stuff isn't. I can't even tell what's new and what's not anymore. So for that reason, we're gonna leave all this behind and dive into a brand new world.
He did not.
Hey, speaking of diving in, you ever thought about diving into a new browser? What about Opera GX, the browser for gamers? Yep.
He did not update his save to match the nuclear requirements. At least showing, as long as it's the same save, you need tier, I think it's tier 8. Tier 8 has the nuclear unlock. So you definitely didn't have those nuclear power plants working. I'm going to skip the sponsored segment.
Over in the GX store, you can choose from a huge amount of official and Tapestry. Love to. This is where you other super starting. And now let's see how things are going over. And hey, no, wait, pay attention to me.
Smooth
Well,
transition.
that was great. Yes, everything looks good outside. I am very excited about what I am seeing. What awaits us this time, only time will tell. Okay, let's get out there, see what's going on. Oh, and can't forget our all-purpose doohickey that I lovingly fondle with my thumb. Okay, first things first. You, drop pod. Let us deconstruct you for parts. And the next thing up is we need to...
If you have played Satisfactory a lot, and you're starting a new game, and you've never started a new game before, you can skip the intro now. I don't know when they introduced it. It's probably like update 7, or maybe update 6. They allow you to completely skip it, and you start at tier 1, and then all you have to do is slap down your base. What's the base construct? What is the base thing called? I don't remember. You slap down your base building. And then you're in tier 1 and you can just go from there, which is super handy. I just did that for 1.1, update 1.1, and I've had a couple saves in between Giant Man and that, but I'll go into that maybe later. Let's the hub. Yes, thank you, the hub. Yeah. Let us not go on that tangent quite yet.
Do a scan for the satisfactory building blocks of life, iron ore. Where are ya? Show me. And we'll see up here on our little radar where it is. Target acquired. Let's go take a gander. The game's also prompting me to pick up leaves along the way, which is excellent because we got these excessive little grabby hands that'll just suction up anything we get close to. And don't worry, you take as much as you can. Go ahead and be greedy. Oh, and there's our target now. A place to get some iron ore. Well, let's hop on down there and... we're fine. Hey, you, get away from that. I have a stun prod for such an occasion. In fact, even though it's walking away from it, I need a beauty bubble. Get out of here.
Hey,
yeah, that'll
whoa.
teach it. Anyway, back over to this.
That's fighting words. Don't hurt the bean. Don't hurt the penguin bean, okay?
We really need to do is approach it cautiously but optimistic.
Am I buying this game? Okay, I'm not a Coffee Stain Studios shill, but I have enjoyed the frick out of their game. Are you buying this game, y'all? You can if you want to. I highly recommend it. I haven't made a Steam review. I should do that because the only game I've put more time into than Satisfactory is Destiny. The Destiny the game. And Destiny 2. Technically, both of them combined together. Because between the two, I have like 1,800 or 1,900 hours. Also, rest in peace, Destiny 2. Sign the petition to get Destiny 3 made. It's on sale for $7. Well, that's not... I'm just going to skip over that. I'm going to edit that out. But that's fine. Yeah, if it's $7, get it. It's very good.
And hold down E to do a little mining. And after a couple of quick taps, victory is ours. Truly, we are conquerors. There is more where that came from, though. We can just keep on hitting this thing. And really, why wouldn't you? And now we have in our inventory...
If only... if only actual iron was that easy to mine. My YouTube algorithm goes all over the place, and there's like a ton of hobbies that I threaten myself getting into. One of them is like mineral processing. Like I want to forge, and then not a kiln. I don't remember what it's called. The thing that you melt. So ferrite comes in like veins, and there's a bunch of other minerals with it, so you have to melt it down and like separate the materials. You have to do it several times with different like you can put a binder, and it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't remember that much about it, but you have to melt it down several times, and you put certain like minerals in it to pull out the other stuff to make it pure iron. I just kind of want to do that once, because like blacksmithing would be cool to get into, like mineral processing could be good. I don't know. It's lower on the list. I need to learn to 3D print first.
All the things we need for right now. Leaves, wood, and finally iron, which we're gonna use to build the hub, the heart of your factory. Let's see, where do we want to put this? It would make sense for us to put it somewhere accessible, but we don't normally do that, so I'm not gonna start now. I am a big fan if we can make this work, which doesn't seem to want to be the case, but hang on, maybe I just need to go up there first. I mean, if there can be grass, surely there can be a base, right? Sadly, apparently not. I can't seem to find a place where it'll let me do it. We did, however, find one of these guys. Look at that, it's a power. Oh no. Well, it was good while it lasted. All right, fine. We'll put it on top of this nice puddle. There we go. It looks so good.
I've never thought to put it on water.
Where's the roof and stuff? And where am I hearing this mewing noise? What is that, and where is... Oh, hello. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this. These are...
He's using arachnophobia mode. So I, in my streams, have always used arachnophobia mode because somebody requested it like early on in my Satisfactory streams. And I don't mind. Like I'm not like freaked out by the spider things, the way they naturally look. This is a setting, by the way. Like if it wasn't clear, this is a setting that you can go into options for arachnophobia, and it replaces it with just this cat picture. So that's a spider, but you can't see the spider legs. You just shoot the cat hologram. I had arachnophobia mode on for so long that when I got a gaming laptop and I went to go play Satisfactory on it, it wasn't turned on, and I was like, what the hell is this? Oh my gosh. It's like because I got swarmed. I fell into a cave, and there was just like 20 of them in the cave. Gave me a fright.
Supposed to be spiders, but I turned on arachnophobia mode, and so your visor in-game overlays a cat face on top of it. How's that for sweet in-game lore? Anyway, whatever, doesn't mean we're not gonna come over here and smack it. Well, hopefully that takes care of that little problem. No, lucky. I don't think it's going to. Something tells me there's more cats down here. Oh good, there's another one.
He might be playing on peaceful mode, which is a new thing that they also introduced in update 7 or 8, where... Oh, no, it was like right before 1.0. That actually might have been a 1.0 feature. You can turn off aggression in animals. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out if he actually has that on right here, because it'll probably attack him. But if you are looking to play Satisfactory and you just want to build factories and automation and stuff like that, you can turn off like the fighting. Like you don't have to worry about... The only thing you have to worry about is like poison.
Quietly hiding from us. Well, no time like the present. Come here. Okay, much better. So we got two components to this thing. We got the crafting bench, where we can handcraft stuff like iron ingots, where we just push the big old craft button and watch the magic happen. One beautiful ingot at a time. And then over here we have the hub terminal, which we can open up, select a tier, in this case tier 0. Choose the next milestone we're gonna work on, bask in the amazing unlocks we get, then we
I appreciate that they have a tier 0.
Select the milestone, and it sits here and demands stuff from us. In this case, whatever this is. Iron rods, which we make by taking iron ingots and turning them into rods. You know, kind of like going over to the crafting bench, heading on over to the side, selecting iron rod, and then craft a whole bunch of those. And then we drag what we need over there. Then it's like hub upgrade ready to upgrade the hub. I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Could you say upgrade and hub one more time? Oh, hey, and you did. Thank you. It's also clear to me now. Okay, we did it. And for our troubles, we now have a frame. And that's how it goes. goes. Now we can do hub upgrade 2, just like the first upgrade, which gave us an equipment workshop, portable miner, and another hand equipment slot. Hub upgrade 2 gives us stuff like a smelter, power line, copper, ingot, wire, cable, and another thing we can scan. What a deal. And now they need more stuff. In this case, iron rods and iron plates. No problem. We'll just go ahead and craft these. And then once that's done, upgrade again, and then watch as more stuff appears. Oh my goodness, now there's a room, and it's under construction, just like my GeoCities page. Oh, and also a chest.
If you don't know what GeoCities is, then you're not as old as Josh, and I guess me too. GeoCities used to be like a free website thing that you could get where you could make your own website and just have it hosted. And it's like geocities.com/ whatever your thing is. And yeah. I never got one myself, but I had a couple friends that would just send me their GeoCities over and over and over again. After, like, week after week, they'd do something new to it, and like, I had to go look at it. I'm going to tell you how old I was. But yeah, NeoCities is NeoCities is GeoCities now. Interesting. Skillshare is going to have a... Wait, not Skillshare. Crap, what's the make your website with a store sponsor that always happens? Squarespace, thank you. So NeoCities and GeoCities are competition for Squarespace. Yeah. Squarespace has some competition. Grammarly is a website thing? I thought that was like a daily game thing. Maybe I never found out what that was. I totally forgot what I was going to say because I was going to say something and then he said GeoCities. Jeez.
For like hiding stuff in an organized manner. That's kind of what containers are, right? And what might this other room be? Ooh, empty. How full of possibilities. I hope something exciting happens with my crying corner, and we'll know when we do hub upgrade 3, which incorporates not just plates.
That is kind of a good crying corner. That's like it's like got walls to close you in. You just need a place to like let out some emotion so that nobody sees. It's totally cool and masculine to do that, right? It's okay to cry. I'm cutting this out. Let's move on.
Crying corner odds, but also do hub upgrade 3, which incorporates not just plates and rods, but also something new. It's wire, made from copper, which now we need to go find. No problem, that's what scanning's for. Come here, copper ore, where are you? Excellent. Only 195 miles away. I mean meters. Mile meters. Whatever. What do I look like, a physicist? The only thing that matters to me is we found the ore. Step 1, hit the top part until it explodes. And then go for the pure copper ore chewy center. And then back over at the thingamabob. Take that copper, make it into ingots, which we then turn into wire. Feed the machine. Upgrade the thing. Oh my goodness, and also look at this. It looks like we now have a bed chamber. I call top bunk. And not just that, but look over here. We got our best friend. Oh, and not just that. You can actually use the toilet. Here, take some of this copper I made. And by that, I mean 1 copper. And then we flush it.
I don't know why Coffee Stain just didn't put alcohol in the game. Like, I can kind of, like, maybe alcohol would, like, bump up the ESRB or, like, I forget what the EU and the Australian rating systems are. But, like, it probably would bump up the rating of the game if you put alcohol in it. But, like, alcohol is commonly used in lots of manufacturing systems or processes. And definitely in chemical processes, like with, the sulfuric acid later in the game, nitric acid. Not specifically with those things, but like in the formation of those things, I'm pretty sure solvents are used quite frequently. And yeah. I mean, if they got a toilet, they might as well include alcohol so you can use the toilet. I never use the toilet. I'm joking. Don't drink. Drink responsibly.
Yes, excellent. Get it all over the floor and my shoes. Okay, great. And now back to rapid fire upgrades. Select milestone, add the stuff that it needs, see there's a thing I don't have, see that it's concrete, and then see that I can scan for limestone, and then I go find the limestone, excitedly slide on the ground to get to it, triumphantly defend ourselves from the local wildlife, thank you for your sacrifice, and then stabby until I extract a lot of stuff. Turn that limestone frown upside down by turning it into concrete, shove it in the machine, high five that button, and so on and so forth. Give the thing to the thing, push the thing, watch as things change again, I think. I actually can't tell the difference on this one. Head back in, go to Hubbub Upgrade 6, laugh heartily at the things it wants because it's so easy for us. And before you know it, we're not even alone on this planet anymore. Oh my goodness, look at this, we've made a friend. Are you trying to land? How about I just stop you? What do you think of that? Aw, I'm just kidding, I didn't mean what I said. Come on back down, everything's safe. Just kidding. Aw.
I did not know you could
Okay, I think I've
dismantle it
worked
when
it
that
out
was
of my
happening.
system. I swear, I'm actually going to let this thing land this time. And scene. Our very own transport pod thing. At least I think that's what it is. The good news is Tier 0 is done. Now we're on to glorious Tier 1, which is going to be the foundation for all kinds of stuff. Here's what I plan to do with our little base here. I want everything to come to me. I don't want to have to wander all over the place to find stuff. I want to be able to look at my base and be like, ah, yes, that old thing. I can find anything I need here. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds kind of organized. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Head on up to the stuff sticking out the top, smack, smack, explode. And then luckily to make new stuff, we don't have to go back to base. We can just make it on site here with the crafting bench and the equipment workshop. It's like having a convenience store anywhere.
I just realized that I have not been using the hotbar for the equipment shop and the crafting bench. I just open the damn menu every single time. I could have been saving so much time because I use it all the time. I use it all the freaking time. Wow. Sorry.
You want it, and it's only for you. Anyway, they're worth keeping around for stuff I may need, because you can build actual equipment here. In this case, a portable miner, because we need a few of these, because they're needed to make the bigger miners. Okay, now we can take this little mining building, and it snaps right onto the node. And there it is. What a beaut. And now that that's done, we're gonna scan for all the various nodes nearby, and then put miners down on all those too. And we'll know when our work is done, because they'll have a check mark next to them, which means that all 4 of these ones right here will go from just being white like this to looking more like this. I mean, one of them doesn't have one, because while a lot of these built just fine, for some reason we're having trouble overcoming this giant boulder in the way. Anyway, that handles all the iron nodes for now, as well as any nearby copper nodes, and also this limestone one. And now that that's done with, it's time for my favorite part, the part where we attach conveyor belts to this mysterious black hole where stuff comes out. Okay, out you go, little conveyor belt. We'll just do a quick one so we can see how it looks. Ah, yes, it's perfect. There's no minerals coming out yet because we haven't given the thing power, which is why this is pulsing red. We're gonna run these conveyor belts first, all the way back to our hub. And that means running all the belts. And in fact, why not have this one zigzag across this one? Yeah, look how good this looks. Finally, a little art. Anyway, they're all connected now. And I decided that this little corridor is gonna be the central thoroughfare, you know, for all of our conveyor belt needs. And I do mean all of them. And eventually, they all do stop right around here, right outside of the hub. And now the next thing up is getting electricity working, which over on our base thingy is where these things come
Wouldn't be a Let's Game It Out video without a little spaghetti.
into effect. Behold, biomass burners. You remember all those leaves we collected? Well, now we'll be able to use them for something. Delicious fuel. But first we need to run power to everything. So we'll just drag a power line from that thing over to here. Yep, like that. And there's 2 of them, so we gotta do it twice. There we go, connected them both. And now it's just about running these power lines pretty much anywhere we want. In the water? Fine. All the way up here onto this thing? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, now everything is connected. And
I did notice, like, you can put power lines in water even deeper, like when there's water that you have to swim in. You can't dive in Satisfactory when you're swimming. So like when it's deep enough that you are swimming, usually the water will go over the top of the power line. Like, damn, those are well insulated, like, power poles. It would be kind of cool. Okay, never mind. That would be a terrible idea. I was just thinking if, like, what if your building's decayed and, like, the power poles would slowly decay and then, like, start emitting and, you know, energizing the area around the power pole. If it's in the water, like, it could kill you. But I don't want things to decay. That's a terrible idea. That's like stamina in Legend of Zelda games. Let's not do that.
All the way up here onto this thing? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, now everything is connected. And now back over at the biomass burners. The only thing left to do is pull the switch and watch as I blow a fuse. What do you mean? Is this not enough power? What do I gotta do, math to figure this out? Oh, I see. I have to do a little reading. It looks like all of our factories consume upwards of 45 megawatts. And it looks like each one of these generators do 20 megawatts. Luckily, we can build these biomass burners all on their own, which is actually far more convenient anyway. Because instead, I'm gonna build them over here near this stuff. Just like one here, and also one right there, and then maybe one here. And what the hey, why not a fourth one? And right between all of them, we're gonna put a storage container, which inside this thingamabob, we're gonna shove all of our plant matter that we found. But that doesn't feel like enough. We can do better than that. Well, with all this glorious foliage out here, might as well just run around and siphon it all up. I like to think of it as doing a little landscaping. Whoops, looks like we missed some bushes, and whatever that is. No problem, easily handled. Gimme, and you get a little nudge.
No,
Oh, I'm sure it's just sleeping. Anyway, now we have plenty of stuff. Actually, more than enough stuff. This container's all the way filled.
I accidentally hit one of those birds when I, let's not put a picture of the dead bird. I accidentally hit one of those birds in front with the Explorer, which is like the dune buggy. And I was not happy. But then it got up and ran away. And I was like, what? How did I not kill it? So hopefully it gets up and runs away.
And we have so many more leaves left. Well, that's fine. We'll just build more of these. How about 4, in fact? 1 for each generator. Now all we need to do is run some conveyor belts in an organized fashion, each to their own generator, just like so. And there they go. And then making their way to these various generators.
It is kind of satisfying seeing all of the items on the belts moving in such different ways. I found out playing Satisfactory that I am a bit more like Josh than I like to admit. And maybe that's one of the reasons why, because I find it satisfying watching them going
to
forward.
do the hard work so we don't have to. Let's go ahead and reactivate our power. Ah, there we go. And look, there it goes. The true mining has begun. Yes, that's the spirit. Minerals for days. This isn't the end of their journey, though. These minerals do eventually reach the end of their conveyor belt. And near the base, too, we got this really cool looking monument thing. And you know what I especially like about it? It's verticality, which kind of has me wondering, can we just build stuff like above this? For that, though, we're gonna have to unlock some stuff. Over here in the tier 1 base building milestone, we're gonna need...
Pause? Crispy, you need me to pause? We all have a little of Josh in us. Yes, yes. It's not Friday. If it's not Friday, I'm not going there.
To use some of these foundations. So let's feed the base. Oh joy, and now it's back to a fancy button. 1, 2, 3, launch. And there goes our supplies right into the upper atmosphere. Or are you? Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't actually know if that's gonna affect some stuff. I'll just put the hub back down and I guess we'll learn together.
He really does play this game like a software tester. Or like a game tester. It's funny, because like I doubt the developers ever... I mean, actually, they probably did think about it because I don't think it ruins anything. But, like, it's something that could be easily missed. Like, what if you dismantle the hub while the rocket's taking off? Like, while you've already delivered stuff. It's probably pretty easy to, like, you know, protect against in like a game rules execution kind of thing. Because when you initiate the UI, like the user interface for the hub, to deliver those items, it's not actually physically having to like transfer the items over to the rocket and then sending commands to the rocket to have it go. Like that's like real life. That's what you need to do in real life. In software, it's all behind the scenes. It's like data. It's just like a little variable gets changed in the engine for that item's instance that, you know, it's that item in memory that then gets triggered that, oh, the requirements have been met. So like all you have to do to fix that kind of thing from happening is, you know, probably all you'd have to do to fix it is just not have it be an action over time. So it's just like you just have a binary flip. You know, it's a state of delivered or not delivered. And in fact, that's probably how it works, because once you enter your items into the hub for a specific tier or a specific tier unlock, you can use the things that you just unlocked immediately. So it's not like you have to wait for the ship to go off. So maybe they didn't think about that. But anyway, all of this to say that's something that a software tester or game tester might think to do, is like, well, the intent is to have it go up. What if I delete it halfway through? And in this case, nothing happens. That's fine. Take it easy, Liberty Pen. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, it shouldn't need the animation to finish. It should be a timer or something. Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to say it. It shouldn't need the animation, because that's all it is. It's a visual representation of the game state. And the game state was flipped by just literally pressing the button to deliver. So that's a better way to put it.
But I can tell you the thing is still gone. And if I look directly into the sky, beautiful clear skies and one weird little pixel. Hey, what is that pixel anyway? Wait a minute, that's the thing I eliminated from existence. Oh wait, it's coming back, apparently. Oh, and here it is, again. Okay, I see, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Milestone exchange concluded. Okay, well great, now we have foundations, which is what we're gonna use to build above our hub. At least that's the plan. Let's do some vertical building and see if it...
Of course he would use the 1 meter high foundations to zoop upwards.
Works. And it sure seems to be. We can build across too. Well, so far so good. This does appear to be directly above the base. And now the question is, can I build something on top of this? Let's experiment by putting a smelter there. Smelt ore into ingots. Yep, looks like it's possible. And we'll go ahead and put that right in the middle. And then from here, we're gonna do some more building up, and then across to make an entirely new level again. And then I can place another smelter. Okay, great. Yes, this is looking oh so great so far. And I kind of like having just one machine per floor. Gives us room to grow up, that is. And with us having all of these materials here, we're gonna need a lot more than 2 smelters.
You know, this way that he's building has reminded me one of the ideas that I've had for playing Satisfactory, or at least your factory setup. So like, what if you played like you were somebody who was like allergic to the sun, like a vampire or something, and you could not just lay factories out in the sun. So in order to actually like access everything, you would basically have to build an enclosed building. So like you could be like a bubble boy or a vampire, where like everything that you do, like in order to move forward, you would have to like build a passageway, like a corridor, like along, and it would have to be airtight. So it would be like rectangular, 90-degree angle building. So you basically have like an actual building. And, in order for it to be reasonable and you wouldn't have to like walk everywhere, you might want to build up, like have different floors of your factory. But then it would be so dark, like you'd basically be using a flashlight the whole time. And then it would take forever to like find new nodes, because you have to build out, you have to build a passageway over. So it sounds like a really terrible like game challenge to do, but it would be kind of fun and interesting, and then cool to see the architecture of what and how you build your factories and how you build your buildings later on.
That is. And with us having all of these materials here, we're gonna need a lot more than 2 smelters. Good thing I spent some time building more stuff. Oh boy, and it looks like each one is a little less lined up than the last. And now all we need to do is run these things all the way up there. Honestly, shouldn't be too hard. If I just click and then hold, I can make these go a little bit higher. And then thankfully from here, we can just get it to connect all the way up here like this. Ah, that was easy. In fact, you know what? I think we have too much space up here. Let's go ahead and highlight these 3 things and trim this down to a perfect 3x3 grid. And there we go, nice and even. Now all we need to do is connect this thing right here, making sure to connect every machine to minerals with a whole beautiful system of dragging our stuff up as high as it'll go. And what an eyesore too. Who doesn't love their spaghetti airborne? I know I do. Okay, so now we got a couple of things covered, like copper ingots as well as iron ingots. And we've also got limestone turning into concrete. Oh, and I gotta wonder something. If we go over here and use the hub and then launch another pod, is this thing gonna be able to leave? Yep, doesn't look like anything's gonna stop this. Well, that's nice to know. Besides, I don't think it's going anywhere anyway. I think it's just gonna stay up there till it comes back down. And then when it makes its return trip, it does the same thing, using the platforms for leverage before landing smoothly. The future's got cool technology. Now, the next thing we need to...
It would be really cool if the the rocket. I mean, not cool for the developers. It'd be really cool if the rocket had a hitbox. So like you couldn't do collision, like no collision, where it can't just go through all the buildings. Like it actually has to hit the buildings, and so like you basically see it flipping around, like trying to find its way back to the hub. I don't know. I bet there's physics games out there that you could do stuff like that.
For leverage before landing smoothly. The future's got cool technology. Now, the next thing we need to work on is building the space elevator, which if you look at it in our building stuff, shouldn't be that hard to build. In fact, I already have most of the things we need. This concrete in particular should be pretty easy. All I have to do is step off the edge, drop down a floor, and wouldn't you know, this one's making concrete. Now, this wire, on the other hand, we don't have a machine for this, but we do now, and belt goes in there. To make wire, though, we need this belt to connect to copper, which is down here somewhere. At least I think it's down here. Ow. Oh yeah, there it is. And we're gonna want to send it out to the other side of this container. Okay, so let's pull the copper out through here, send the conveyor belt over yonder, and then just find a place where it'll work, build that piece too, and then before you know it, copper's arrived at our constructor. And out comes the wire. Giant, beautiful spools of copper. In fact, while we're at it, since we're gonna need stuff that makes iron plates, iron rods, screws, and cables, I went ahead and built constructors for those too. We got iron ingots going in to turn into iron plates, not to mention other iron ingots popping out to make iron rods that are then getting transported all the way to the top conveyor belt and then shoved into another machine to make screws. And of course, we can't forget about the
Welcome in, Danthiel, by the way.
Copper wire, which goes in looking like this machine to make screws. And of course, we can't forget about the copper wire, which goes in looking like this and then comes out looking like cable. And now that we have all the supplies we need, let's build the space elevator. Oh god, looking at it now, I don't think this is gonna fit. It seems a little too big for the space provided. Okay,
so I don't do it this crazy, but I do usually try and find somewhere up high to put my space elevator because it just looks cooler that way. Yeah. That's another thing that I kind of want to do every playthrough is like make some kind of spire or like monolith or like some kind of crazy high like tower to do. Like I think one of the saves that I did, I made a pyramid to put it at the top. Like it was a big ass like ziggurat kind of pyramid thing. It was very cool, very fun. Not actually that cool because I had to run up it every time. 'Cause I don't think I made it to hypertubes in that save. But anyway, I spent way too much time on that ziggurat.
Just this once, we're gonna make this platform bigger. Okay, there we go. The impossible is now possible. And there it goes getting built. And if I recall, it does a little song and dance, or whatever we want to call this. And then I think something else is supposed to happen, but I can't remember quite what it is. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. I remember now. It's burned into my memory forever. And there you have it. Our very own space elevator. And what's that above this? Is that new? It looks like there's more stuff up there. I guess we'd have a better idea if it wasn't so cloudy. Well, either way, let's see what this has to offer to us. So basically, we need to get through phase 1, also known as make smart plating. 50 to be exact. And you're probably like, what are smart plates? Well, I'm so glad you asked. We actually unlock it under tier 2 under part assembly, which also unlocks a bunch of other advanced stuff. Assemblers, rotors, modular frames, all of which I think we're gonna need to build that thing. Well, be careful there, you're gonna hit the space elevator. On your way up to that thing, oh hey, we can see it now. Oh, and I guess that's where a little transport thing goes. Up to the mothership. And now that this is unlocked, this is how it's gonna work. We need to shove components into here so that it can get sent up here to whoever lives up there. Although first I need to know if we can keep building up, because I sure would like to know if we can keep building vertically, since it's oh so fun. And the good news is it looks like we can indeed build right through it. I think it's highlighting yellow to let us know it's gonna clip through things. As if we care. In fact, I think it looks better this.
What? So I have done various experiments with the space elevator, and I remember there being a hitbox on it so you couldn't get close to it. I don't think it was like a continuous hitbox, but there's certainly a part where like you can't build near it and you can't get near it. So I was like using my, I think actually I had a hypertube pointed at the space elevator at one point and it like killed me once. Is this a Mandela effect of Satisfactory? Is that not a thing?
way. Anyway, this is how smart plating works. To make it, we need these two things: reinforced iron plates and rotors. Once we have both of those things, we can run a belt from each into this assembler, but to make reinforced iron plates, we'll have to combine plates and screws, and rotors are a combo of rods and screws. So basically, we need 3 assemblers. Well, I guess it's a good thing I built those.
I like when that happens. Sometimes when I'm making like blueprints, which are like templates, you can use nudge mode. In fact, I can show you guys. So if you want to place something in the air, you press H on PC. It is on the game is on consoles now, which I hear is pretty good. You can press page up, page down to nudge it vertically, and then you can use arrows to go whichever way you want. But if you place it right now, because the game does let you place it, it puts out its little high waters. It didn't put out the high waters. Okay, what am I thinking of? Is it an assembler that does it? What? Hang on, hang on. Why isn't it doing it? Okay, okay. There's... Okay, this is tilting me a little bit. There is a specific... No, I'm not smelling burnt toast. There's a specific blueprint that I made that I had to do this for. I think it was the crystal oscillator. No, it wasn't the crystal oscillator. There is a blueprint that I made that I had to, like, visually, I did a visual thing, right? A platform above. Yeah, here it is. I placed the manufacturer here in the air, and it put the feet out. And so I put a support, like, right here to support it visually, because the feet were out. I didn't place this. There was nothing around it when I placed it. The feet came out. Is that a bug? Did I find a bug? See you later, Raging Robots. I don't know. I don't know anything now. Let's move on.
Then, now it's just a matter of configuring each one. You will make reinforced iron plates, which means hopping down here. This won't kill me, will it? Oh, nice somersault. And by that, I mean using the conveyor belts to climb all the way back up, pull a conveyor belt out of here, which is where the iron plates are coming from, and then send them past the space elevator, using this absolutely abysmal looking system to get the plates up there. But hey, it's hard to argue with success. All that matters is that they made it to the machine, and then we just head on over to the screws and do it again. And yes, by do it again, I of course mean to add on to this thing. Ah, yes. What a visual splendor. And now we only need to do this 4 more times. Thankfully for when we're gonna make rotors, one of the things we're gonna need is screws, which thankfully we already have up here. So all we really need to do is run a splitter. And once we have that, we can just split them off and feed them into the next machine. And similarly with these rods, we're gonna use a splitter and use that to send rods up above. Yes, come with me. Join this masterpiece. And now that we have the reinforced iron plates being made, as well as the rotors, we just have to wait for them to do their thing until we have enough of them. Then it's time to take them and feed them into the next machine, where they will make the smart plating. And then that smart plating goes into the space elevator. Wow, just look at it go. And that means loading is done. And now seal it with a kiss and watch as it plunges. And now send. Uh-oh, and it looks like it's getting ready to send. Or is it? Can't be too sure about that. Distribution platform completed. Yeah, it looks real complete to me. Oh, it's so peaceful all of a sudden. What about you up there? Oh, hey, that thing's still up there. Whoa. Oh, and it seems to be growing exponentially. Either I pissed it off, or this is what happens when you feed the space elevator.
I'm gonna find the boss music for Dark Souls. That's like absolutely. I could be convinced that's like a final boss. Like you kill the space elevator, and then it like starts unfurling to be a giant boss that's gonna attack you. The magic space elevator, yeah.
I wonder if they're as confused as we are how it built off nothing. Oh, okay, bye. We'll just go ahead and put it back where it was now. As we watch it build up and through all of our stuff again. Ugh, it's so weird every time. I couldn't help but notice this thing is still taking the smart plating. And the reason for that is phase 2 needs not only those, a whole 1,000 of them, but then also these two things. Well, let's get started. As you can see back down here at the hub, we now have tiers 3 and 4 unlocked, which is good because the next thing I want to focus on is coal power. Because it's only a matter of time until I run out of biomass. In fact, look at this. Some of the machines have already run out, which means eventually our power is just gonna stop. So let's get this one underway. Oh, how I'll never get tired of watching that thing clip through all my stuff. And then fly up to all that stuff up there, and then parks and rots. I mean, I get it. I love to sit and rot too. I don't even think I would have come back. So the first thing we need to do to get coal working is we need to locate where the coal is.
Yay, coal.
Hey, see, there it goes. What did I tell you? We ran out of power. Never has there been a better time to find coal. It looks like the closest is this one. Well, time to get going. Good thing we can speed it up by sliding. You know what's nice too? If ever I feel like I'm lost, all I really need to do is look around, and eventually I'll find this. A factory that looks like a 3-year-old's coloring book. And that's how I know I will always be safe. Okay, getting closer. Only 350 meters away. Oh good, I think I found it. But we have new problems. Like that I'm taking damage just for being in here. But hey, look, I found it.
starting area and then immediately red forest. That is a choice. The red forest is like one of the most dangerous areas in the game. I don't think it's the most dangerous area in the game, but it is definitely, yeah, that's probably the swamp. But it's definitely pretty spicy.
That. Great, here's our coal. Thankfully, we can put down a miner from all the way back here. It's that easy, as well as conveyor belts, which I'm gonna slowly run all the way back home. Here's the thing, though. I have a certain aesthetic I'm going for here. If you recall, back over here at my other mining facilities, we have a certain flow. And by that, I mean everything is running through this one space. And so we're gonna continue that, you know, to maintain the beauty of my factory. So what I mean to say is we're gonna run this conveyor belt all the way around, instead of straight across,
like a Jackson Pollock.
Which is why from this
painting.
miner here, it goes up here.
Wait,
and all.
Is Jackson Pollock a painting or a sculptor? Painter or a sculptor? Wait, what's a Jackson Pollock painting of? Okay, yeah, it is kind of like a Jackson Pollock. Anyway, sorry for the distraction.
All the way down this cliffside before heading into the water and then back out again. And then finally back over to the green part of the game. Run free with the local wildlife until eventually you pop out where our biomass burners are.
You know what I want? I just had a moment. Like, I saw him
We're heading into the water and
swimming in the water and then
out.
coming out like this. Like, it reminds me of going swimming. Like, I haven't been swimming in an embarrassingly long time. And then it made me think, like, it would be kind of nice to have a VR Satisfactory game. I think I would love that. I think I would play it all the time. Maybe. As long as they don't handicap your movement so that you don't get sick or something. Like, I personally don't get sick, so, you know, if you do get motion sick from VR, like, I would hope that they have accessibility settings. But definitely, I would want to have all the crazy movement tech from Satisfactory in VR. That would be super cool. There's a VR mod. I know there's an Unreal Engine VR hook where you can, if the game uses Unreal Engine, then you can make it use VR. I've actually been meaning to do that for Satisfactory. So let me know if you'd like to see VR Satisfactory. But yeah, it would be cool to have like a full-on VR Satisfactory.
Again, and then finally back over to the green part of the game. Run free with the local wildlife until eventually you pop out where our biomass burners are, and then we're back in home sweet home. I did also run around and grab a whole bunch more plants, because I still need these things running for just a little while longer. Just long enough to get the coal running. Ah, yeah, there it goes. Sweet, sweet coal. That sure is taking its sweet, sweet time. How long is this going to take? Excellent question.
I like how they
Let's
bump into
out.
each other as they're going.
It took 45 minutes. 45 minutes for it to reach the rest of my stuff. And this isn't even counting all the time it's gonna take.
Okay, I was wondering in the beginning with the thumbnail if he was using tier 3. He was not using tier 3. It was just a pixelated Image. This is definitely Mark 1, which is 30 items per second.
Take for it to go down this conveyor belt all the
30 items per minute.
Way over to this thing. So I guess it's a good thing I ran by all the other coal locations and then added miners to all of them. I sure hope that means we have enough coal now. Also, the process isn't...
Mark 1 is 60? I thought Mark 2 was 60. Oh, no, you're right. It's 60. You're right, because Mark 1 is 60, Mark 2 is 120, Mark 3 is 270, Mark 4 is 480, Mark 5 is 780. Okay. Man, 60 items per second looks so slow.
Done yet. Even after we find a place to put the generators, you may notice there's two ports on the end. This one on the right is where we bring in the coal, and this one on the left is going to be for water, because while this thing works, it needs to be cooled. And
okay, I can't let that feet thing go. Like, maybe I need to place it within range of the ground, and then it'll try to extend its feet. I don't know anything.
Yes, what I'm saying is we need to bring water to it, all the way up there, which is of course going to involve building more platforms, because the things we need to make, like this water extractor, it requires copper sheets, which luckily is easy. It's just copper ingots turned into sheets, but we still got to make the machine that can do it, and make sure that we have copper going into it. You know the drill at this point. Basically just run around and survey all this garbage until we see somewhere that has copper, and I don't know, this machine looks like it can spare some, otherwise there wouldn't be a queue. So we'll just add a conveyor splitter, pull some of that copper away, and there we go. Crisis averted. Horrific mess extended. And now that we've got these things being manufactured, now we can make all kinds of fun stuff, because we're also going to have to mess with pipes. And luckily, right down at the bottom of our big tower, there is a whole bunch of water. So I got a feeling we can just pull from here. If it's good enough for that thing, it's good enough for us. See, the water extraction thingy fits perfectly. Except you see that port where the water's going to be pumped out of? We're actually going to rotate that over this way. I swear this will make sense. Because after all, we can't just take the pipe and just run it straight on over to this thing. No, sir, we have a system, which is to say this pipe network needs to flow through the same corridor as everything else. After all, this is how water wants to be traveling, right? And I'm realizing something I can actually do here is that I can actually run these pipes straight up like this. And actually, for that matter, we also have conveyor belt lifts used to move resources between floors. I don't know, our system seems pretty effective, so I don't think I'll be going straight up the side of the building. This just seems so much more classy. Yes, that's what we'll call that. Classy. So very classy. I like it. It's like a water park gone horribly wrong. And now that the coal is also going in there, now we have nice fresh...
There's this water park, which I think is closing now. I heard randomly in near Seattle. It's called Wild Waves, and I went there growing up, and it has some pretty tall water slides, and they have the tubes. It looks exactly like that, just, you know, more OSHA compliant. So I've wanted to make like a roller coaster in Satisfactory, but I don't know exactly how I'd do it. Like maybe in a truck or an Explorer, like the dune buggy, and then just have like roads that go up. But then that would be kind of boring because roads aren't they can't really change their skew. Like you can't make them diagonal much, except at 45-degree angle with the ramps. And maybe I was thinking maybe like just a really fast conveyor belt, but even then it's not that immersive. It'd be cool to be able to go inside. It'd be cool if you could hypertube inside of like the tubes, the pipes, and then like put windows on the pipes so like you can have that whole zooming effect where like the lights go by really fast because it's all dark in the tube or in the pipe. If you have a belt of modular frames, you can slide through them, and it's kind of like a ride. Yeah, it's just really short. Sorry, I need to stop thinking about making a roller coaster in Satisfactory.
Park gone horribly wrong. And now that the coal is also going in there, now we have nice fresh coal power. Or actually, I don't think it's working. What do you mean you're not getting any water? I mean, the water thingy appears to be working, or at least it's on. And if we look over at the pipes, look at that, that's a good thing. That means that water is actually pumping through it. All right, explain to me what's going on. Okay, I see, we're getting okay flow rate. And as we can see as we go further down, things are still pumping like they should. I don't know, so far so good. Even as we enter this mess where all of our conveyor conveyor belts are, it looks like the flow is still pretty alright, but as the pipe keeps going and we get closer to this thing, the water is now just non-existent. No problem, easy fix. All we need to do is make pipeline pumps. Attach this to a pipeline to apply head lift. Well, those are some fancy words and I'm not an engineer, but I think what it means is once I build one of these things, it starts doing whatever it's supposed to do. In this case, I think it's really getting the flow rate up, because if we head way further down, what used to be empty is now all the way full. Well, good, that seemed easy. And it carries on even as far as this pipe, where it's not quite as much. And then if we head up here and look at this pipe, oh no, nothing is there. Whatever, I'm sure more pumps solve everything. See, there it goes. Anyway, you get the idea. Basically, the pumps do the hard work of making sure this water keeps flowing. And excitingly, this process works. And it works all the way to the coal factory.
I feel like pipes should have been in a Let's Game It Out video before this. Like, I feel like it just would have been. Not that it should have, it just would have been. But really, so much has happened since his last Satisfactory video. If I remember correctly. Also, fluid dynamics in this game are like cool, but also like very painful sometimes.
Factory, which is now online and working like it should. We've done it. We have sweet, sweet coal power running. And since we have 7 lanes of coal, obviously we're gonna need 7 generators and 7 total water pipes. No problem. I'll just build as many of these things as will fit in the river. But whatever, if it works, it works. And boy, howdy does it work. This definitely didn't take me hours and hours of time to make sure that water would flow through all of these individual pipes. So
the pipes make it feel so much thicker and like dense. This is actually kind of cool. This looks like oh gosh, what was it? There was a movie when I think it was actually before I was born, where like people were living in giant like rope houses. Was it like Robinson Crusoe? Like the old Disney one? Swiss Family Robinson. I think that's what it was. Where they like lived in like forts in the trees, and they had like rope bridges and stuff, and they like got attacked by pirates or something, and they like did all kinds of cool stuff to like survive and fend off the pirates. This is reminding me of that, and it would be kind of cool to do like because they added a suspension cable now. It's like just like a braided like a metal cable. So you could make a series of like rope fort like platforms and stuff. It'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I get ideas for these crazy like base builds and like, you know, architectural builds, and then I get super into it and then I burn myself on the game. And then that's when I start a new save, because I'm like, I feel forced to continue building according to the aesthetic, but I don't have enough brain juice for it. So I probably won't do it. If you do a like rope fort, rope bridge swing tree fort thing, send me screenshots. That would be cool.
We can get water all the way to the very top. But what's important is it worked. All the coal factories all the way down all work like a charm now. And now I'd love to celebrate this momentous occasion by sending more crap into the space elevator. Doesn't seem too hard. We'll just make versatile frameworks and automated wiring. No problem. We just need to head over to tier 3 and unlock basic steel production, which gives us a foundry, which the iron ore and the coal combine to make steel ingots, which we can then use to make steel beams and steel pipes. And before you know it, a versatile framework is born. And oh my goodness, we're having twins. And into the space elevator they go. And now that that's done, all we need to do is head over to tier 4 and right on over to advanced steel production, which gives us industrial beams, stators,
moving
motors,
right along.
and finally it all comes together to make automated wiring, which is now being shoved into the elevator. And all it costs us to set this up is a whole bunch of more machines and a more horrific amount of conveyor belts. Like every time we add something, I gotta drag more minerals all the way up. For example, when when we needed concrete for those encased industrial beams, we had to take this concrete, run it all the way up, and then it climbs basically up the entire tower, all the way from here up to about here, until it eventually peels off to go into one of these machines. And then before you know it, the elevator is full. And seal. But before we send all that stuff off, I had kind of a thought, which is looking up at all of our stuff, we're not that far from this thing. So I kind of wonder, can we stand on top of it? And the only way we're gonna know for sure is if we build up to it. And that's why I built this thing. It's not quite a tornado. It's more like a twisty thing. And you may notice the higher up we got, there seems to be some structural problems. Because the higher up we got, we started to run into some invisible walls.
Okay, there was a hitbox.
Because of how close we are to this thing. And for a while I could just go around it, but at a point I just couldn't keep building. Luckily we're able to remedy that issue by building off to the side, which not only serves its purpose, but looks great. And you might be wondering, why did I build so high? Well, I can demonstrate why. You would think I could just jump down, but no, there's an invisible barrier. Observe! Ow. But
yeah,
now
that's
here
what
we
I
are
hit.
walking on a flat surface I guess we just can't see. And what's great too is if we just look at the space elevator, we can access it from here. So now it's time to send and see what happens. Okay, well so far so good. I see nothing happening. Nope, that was something all right. Okay, now things are moving. Or, well, things were kind of moving. Oh, maybe this is it. This is all that's happening. Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad to see the space elevator still building while I fall to my death. The sacrifice was worth it to see you grow big and strong. Ah! Really enjoying the view from my corpse. Well, this has been a fun start. I'm really enjoying building vertically. And the nice thing as we look at our weird creation is we clearly have lots of room to grow. I want to thank Opera GX again for sponsoring this video. Linky in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I'll see you next time. Hey there, it's Jeff.
Oop. That was great.
Hey there, it's Jeff.
Love this. I do not have any brain juice to do this kind of thing, but I was thinking when he was going through steel, like, it's actually kind of a painful, like, it's when the game starts to really ramp up and starts to scale, so you really need to start using, like, planning your factories. If you want things to be quick, if you're trying to, like, finish your phases and do your, like, unlock your tiers relatively quickly, then you really need to start planning your factories to be more efficient and then, like, do blueprints. You do not have to do things efficiently, so don't let that scare you off from playing the game. But if you're trying to do things as fast as possible, it helps to use blueprints and be more efficient. But like, it reminded me when you're doing a vertical build, and you get to, like, automated wiring and steel beams, like, all those things, like, vertical builds really suck. Because in order to service or continue building or fix or change, the overclocking or do anything, if you have to get to your factory parts, like the assembler right here, or you're going to have to go back and forth. And before you unlock alien technology, which I will not talk about because if you haven't played the game, it's a very nice thing that you unlock, and it's a little bit of spoiler. Not really, because the game's been out for over a year. But you have to go get more materials. And this is something that I have done before in Satisfactory after 1.0. No, I think it was right before 1.0. No, it was my 1.0 save. I'm sorry. After my 1.0, after 1.0 came out and I started a new save, I tried to do, like, all vertical. And in fact, not only vertical, but, like, floating factories. It was pretty cool. Where was that? Was it Crack Hills or I think it was Butt Crack. Nope, that was Giant Man. Tentacular. Yeah, I think it was Tentacular. Thanks for the lurk, Gem. Appreciate it. When you're doing a vertical build, don't. Exactly. So I did an entire save that I totally burnt out, and you'll see why. So I am here on what is essentially a giant floating city. Yeah, I basically delivered everything with drones, and I had this, like, These are LCD screens, or LCD panels, but you can like, I made them look like levitation engines or something. But all of my other factories are all levitating, and it was so painful when you're doing a build. And you have to, like, every step that you take, you have to go back and forth, which means every back and forth, if you don't have jetpacks, which you don't for a long time in this game, you have to hoof it. You just have to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, this was such a cool idea. I think this is a power plant right here. So I used blueprints to, like, set things up, and I think this power plant is broken. And, oh, why is it broken? Oh, well, looks like there's no fuel. There's not enough fuel in the pipe. Well, why isn't there enough fuel? Well, let's go see. In order to see, you gotta go up. Oh, I'm out of jetpack fuel. Let's fall down and recharge. Okay, now let's go back up. And... okay, so this turbo... this is power. Where is... okay, yeah, these... oh! Those delivered turbo fuel, and there are no drones. So the issue is the turbo fuel is not delivering. So where's the turbo fuel? Oh, well, I think that's my turbo fuel factory. Nope, that's more power. I think that's my turbo fuel power. Nope, that's my aluminum factory. So, like, I mean, obviously when I'm playing this, I'll have remembered. No! Please. Please, sir. Yay, I lived. Not that I care, because I'm not going to continue playing this, but, yeah, just, like, figuring things out, troubleshooting your factories, it took so long. And, even if you're not floating, just vertical builds are just very painful. So if you guys figure out a nice way to, like, save yourself the pain of, like, diagnosing your factories, why is this factory not working? Why is this factory working? And don't say by doing things right the first time, because that's not the spirit of the game. Like, sure, yes, I could just do all the calculations, build a bunch of Excel spreadsheets, which some of you like doing. I do not. To make things the most accurate the first time you do it, like, that's fine, but that's not my way of playing. So, yeah, if you find a way to make things... sorry. If you find ways to make vertical factories easier, let me know. Building these power lines, like pylons, was kind of difficult, but now that I have them, it was very cool to see. They're like just like little ferry lines, ferrying energy from factory to factory. But anyway, thank you for watching. I freaking love this game. I freaking love LJO, and it was very fun. So thank you for watching. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to continue making videos. I don't plan on stopping. I don't know what the next video is going to be, but thank you for showing up and helping me get back into things. If you have any requests for reactions or would like to visit our... well, yeah, would like to watch the streams, you can get access to the Discord by just coming into the stream, YouTube or Twitch. And using the command !Discord, it'll get you the link to join the Discord. And let me know, like, what you guys want to see. Comment on the YouTube comments if you don't want to come to the Discord, but that's fine. Yeah, let me know if you have any requests for reactions, or if you'd like me to give my thoughts on certain things. If you'd like me to talk about more software. I didn't talk about software that much in this video. There wasn't a ton of new things. I was more talking about Satisfactory and the many hours I've played. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Stop recording. And start again. All right. So we're done. let's play some Satisfactory, because I didn't know that. I didn't think that would take that long. Thank you for hanging out while I was reacting, though. It's kind of... I thought about doing the next reaction, like, alone. I definitely didn't plan to do it this stream, though. Okay. Alright, Sergeant Salamander, if you're watching the VOD, sorry I took so long to do your request, but let's go find a Mercer Sphere. Before I do... I'll fix those later. I did some stuff. I didn't really get very far. I hit blueprint hell. And so, essentially, I realized in order to do some of these more sophisticated products, like the radio control unit, it gets crazy. Like, aluminum casing is, you know, what is that, 24 machines just for aluminum casing, which is one of 4 requirements for the radio control, or one of 3 requirements for the radio control unit. The crystal oscillator, I will never give up. It was pretty... I hit a wall with this game a bit. And I took a break for a day or two. Let's see. Just for crystal oscillators, looks like it's like 10 or 12 machines. And so yeah, it started to get crazy. So I had to reevaluate how I was doing blueprints and how, you know, I decided essentially to take the constituent products out and build like production. How do I put this? Distribution. I made distribution blueprints. So like steel ingots I made in bulk. Concrete I made in bulk. Copper ingots I made in bulk. And I stopped including them in the whole blueprint. Like here, I'm taking in ingots, but I'm also taking in, like I didn't take in pipes. So this one I ended up fitting this one all in a blueprint without the ingots. But fused modular frames they just got crazy. That's not a blueprint. Okay. Modular frames are nuts. This took like 11 or 12. No, this is like 15 machines, and then each side. Like I took both the pipes and beams out. I took the ingots out. I took it all apart. So now I just finished building fused modular frames and supercomputers. And as you can see, hang on, let me just do this. Now I can get across. I made some blueprints for buildings. It's kind of a boring building design, but yeah, you can see all of them. It's all pretty homogeneous. I only have the 5x5 blueprint designer, so you know, I really had to decide what I wanted in the blueprint. But I've got everything pretty well marked. You know, everything gets input on one side of each blueprint. This one is pipes. No? What is this? Steel goes in. Modular frames. Heavy. Oh, this isn't a blueprint. This is the manual. The manual heavy modular frames. You can see iron ingots, 350 units per minute, 600 steel ingots per minute. Yeah, steel ingots per minute. Rain's PC crashed midstream. Oh no. I haven't put roofs on everything yet, but that's basically where I'm at. Next, I think actually I can finish this milestone, so why don't we do that? And then honestly, I'm probably just gonna find the Mercer sphere, and then probably call it a night for stream. Which, I'm sorry, I didn't expect to react today, but I'm probably gonna stream extra this weekend. We'll see. Let's see, supercomputers. Yep, I can grab 100 of those, and then fused modular frames. I can get 50 of those, so we're ready. Pipes. I need another 200 pipes, and then I'm good to finish this milestone.
The Miner Mark III provides
Hell
top-of-the-line
yeah.
resource extraction potential, making it even easier to contribute to project assembly. Project part number 8, the thermal propulsion rocket, is the most complex project part of this phase as it requires turbo motors, and thus requires your best. Fix-It didn't think pioneers such as you could get this far. I am glad we have both proven them wrong.
So yeah, now I've got to do turbo motors and cooling devices. Cooling devices are pretty simple. I shouldn't have problems, and I think I might have an alternate for it. Yeah, I have the cooling device alternate, which is much easier. Heat sinks are really cheap. Motors I have a blueprint for, I think, and then nitrogen gas, and that's it. So I can make one of those, dump it into my item mall, and then turbo motors, which I don't remember what turbo motors take. So let's just jot this down. Motor, turbo motor. Okay. Cooling device for that, and then radio control unit. And actually, how much? 7.5. No, 3.75. I think I already have a line for radio control unit, so I'm just going to take it from there. I'm making 7.5, and I think that split between that and the supercomputers. Oh no, supercomputers take 6. Oof. Okay. I don't have enough. I might have to make another radio control unit production line, and then motors. Ooh, rigger motor gives me 7.5 motors. I only need 1 of these. This is actually pretty good. I might do that. And then rubber simple. So that's not going to be too bad. In fact, I'll need 2 of the rigger motors, and then heat exchangers. Since I'm doing rubber, I might as well do the heat exchanger. And then I can grab the aluminum casing. I've got another distribution center for that. So this isn't going to be too bad. And in fact, the petroleum coke I can share with the other recipes that require petroleum coke. I just dump all the excess heavy residue to petroleum coke and then distribute it to recipes that need it. I haven't really been including petroleum coke in the recipes. So yeah, there's a lot, like things are really ramping up, and I'm really not looking forward to nuclear. I've done nuclear before and it wasn't that bad, but I was also way less worried about organization, which maybe I need to sacrifice organization for fun. I don't know. I've been thinking about all that. I do not want to burn out on this playthrough. So I'll do what I need to do to not burn out. Looking for a Mercer sphere. None there. I did a lot of Mercer Sphere grinding a while ago, like last week, and then I used it to increase my my dimensional storage. And I'm pretty sure I went all over the Red Forest and the Northern Forest. So it's... Oh, here we go. Is there really no animals to protect it? Surprising. Ooh. Didn't even notice that chasm. Hello. 300 megawatts. Oh, shit. Well, let's deal with this later. What just did that? Was that the spider that did the poison cloud? Cool beans. Cool. Found more hard drives, which is great. Music? Okay. All right. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm just gonna head out. You guys have a wonderful evening. I don't know why my camera is migrating to the left. But, yeah. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I stream extra. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to stream because we're not playing Phasmo and we're not doing a Friend Slot Friday. So I'll probably stream separate or I might cancel stream. We'll see. Because the crew is doing something online, like an online event. So I will be hanging out with them a bit. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll break off and stream for a bit. Could be fun. So, all right. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks for watching me react to Let's Game It Out. Hopefully, I can edit that in a reasonable amount of time. See you guys later. Bye-bye.